Last corner. I swear to God. Okay, guys, full focus. Now we are doing the fastest lap here, okay? Okay, now this is the moment. GG.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
He called you in 3, eh? Okay, guys, this is YouTube video for track guide of Monza. This lap, what I did is nice, but it can be 100% 1.5. I mean, 10 and a half faster. I think I can do 45.1 flat or 45.150 if I full focus without stream and recording, you know? So let's say this is decent lap. Decent. And I'm gonna explain you now how to drive it and on what parts of the track you need to pay attention to be fast. This is really important. I mean, every corner on Monza is really important because we have not too much corners, but every corner is really important. This one is really important because straight here. Then we have this one important, really, really important. You can lose like 2 or 3 tenths here if you're not doing properly. Lesmo 1, Lesmo 2, especially Lesmo 2 because huge straight and then Ascari. And then last corner. I went little too wide here. This is not how you do it. It will be better if I stay with my right tire here. I went little too wide. I lost like 300 or 4 maybe. But this lap is enough to show you guide. Okay, let's go. Let's go. First of all, when you are doing qualifying session, you want to prepare your exit. You want to go here as wide as possible and never go right. When you are preparing your lap, fast lap on qualifying, okay? You're going as wide as possible here because when you're going wide, track is longer and car is reaching more speed and you will reach more top speed before braking for turn 1. So opening qualifying, you're going always completely wide. So this is the lap. We are lifting on 150. And immediately after lift, we are starting to brake. If you can, don't overlap throttle and brake, but if you overlap little, it's not huge deal. So here we are lifting on 150, hard braking. Don't worry about ABS here. The only thing when you want to worry about ABS is here, when you are on the apex. Here, you don't want to be on the ABS, you see? I'm not. Because if you are in this moment in yellow line in ABS, you will, it will push you wide. You will go left, you know? 10 centimeters to the left here, you will not be able to have good exit here. You will use more steering wheel and you will probably oversteer on the exit. Because you will force chassis, you will force rear tires and they will struggle. So what we want here is to kill a lot of speed of the car. Here is off track. You need to practice to find out where is the limit of this curve, because it's really important. If you are using last 10 centimeters of this curve, it will be much easier for you to do this corner. It's insane difference. So you need to practice in offline testing where is the limit of off track to use it every time, because it's really important. The more you use here, the easier you will be here, and the easier you will be here, you will have much more time advantage until the braking for the next chicane. So here, hard braking, killing speed, going completely inside, hitting this sausage with full left tires. This is not off track, this is not slow down, you can do it. Both left tires here, good exit. Careful on throttle, because you don't want to go too aggressive on throttle, because you will have micro spin of the tire, and micro spin of the tire result like 500s until here. It's better to be patient on throttle here. It looks like you're a little slower if you're building throttle, but actually in reality you're faster. If I press throttle here, bam, aggressively, I will get micro oversteer, what you don't feel too much on the steering wheel, but time will feel it like 400s, something like this. So here we need patience. We need to jump over the sausage. I apply like 40% of throttle. Why? Because I don't want to jump over the sausage with huge amount of throttle, because this wheel after jump here, if I have much throttle, it will spin. And then if wheel is spinning in the air and car land on the road with spinning wheel, I will get micro oversteer. It's not good. So I'm patient here. You can see my throttle. Look, jump, patient, patient, patient. Car landed. I started throttling out. If you start throttling out before car land, you will get oversteer. Doesn't matter what setup and wing you have. Wing 10, you will spin the tire 100%. So here, patient on the exit. We are going full throttle, staying tight. Staying tight. Here, we want to go back. We don't want to go here in the middle and then point the car to the curb and brake to the car to the curb. We want to go back slowly and put car full straight. Full straight car, meaning the best balance. And if we are not turning the wheel, the more braking performance. Deadly Mouse, thank you very much for follow. Here we are lifting. Here is really important thing to lift. Listen, if you come here under the bridge and you brake so late, look, I'm lifting just under the bridge. When my car go under the bridge, I'm lifting, and then braking for this corner is insanely easier because we are not stressing out too much tires and chassis is balanced. Because when we are with throttle, chassis looking up. When we lift throttle, chassis drop down on full balance, and then we are starting braking from this balance. Bam. If we are looking with full throttle like this, and immediately after throttle we are doing bam, brake, we are stressing car, chassis, tires, everything. We are loading fronts too fast, we are unloading rears too fast, and car can be really tricky on the brake release for chicane. If car is tricky for brake release on chicane, you are dead. You are losing a lot of time or you are spinning. So what we are doing here, lift under the bridge, build the brakes, never go like bam, 100% brakes, build it slowly, kill the speed, and here we want to release brake. We don't want to come to the apex with too much brake. We want to kill speed a lot before the curb. Because if we come to this curb with a lot brakes, car will be disbalanced. Because hitting the curb with full brake or 50% brake or 10% brake is completely different behavior of the car. The same with throttle. Hitting the curb with 30%, 50, 70 or 100, it's completely different feeling. Completely different behavior. So here we are killing speed and we are coming on the curb with couple percents. I'm not sure how much. Not gonna lie, I'm doing it on feeling, not on numbers. You see, this is really important here. This. So I kill speed of my car. I come to the apex and I apply like 3%, 5, doesn't matter, percent of brake. Why? Because I want to keep my car here. If I didn't apply this brake, my car will go like 5 centimeters to the right, which is not catastrophic, but 5 centimeters on the racetrack is huge. We're losing 5 centimeters here. We will lose 25 centimeters here on the exit. So it's multiply. 5 centimeters here is 25 on the exit. You know? So here you want to kill speed really fast. Release brake, point car in, touch the brake little on the apex to keep car tight. Just couple percent. It will help you to keep car inside. Don't be too aggressive here on throttle. You see? I build first 60% little aggressive, then I build the rest slowly, and then I lift it. Why I lifted? Because I don't want to hit this curb with full throttle. I lifted on 65% or 70. I hit the curb. I'm still holding the same amount of throttle. And then when my car landed, same amount of throttle, same. Car landed, bam, 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 bam. I'm started throttling. If you start throttling while your tire is in the air, tire will start spinning, and when you land, oversteer, you are dead. Okay, so you need to be patient. Brake to keep car tight. 70% throttle. Hit curb. Let car land. Build the rest of the throttle. I put full speed. Bam. Patience. Bam. Full throttle. So you need to be patient and wait for car to land on the road. And when tire land on the road, you can throttle out. Throttling out before, not good. Even if you don't oversteer and you don't lose time, if you do it 4 times, 5, 6, 7, 8 laps, 9, you go to pit, you will have 3% less tire life than guy behind you or in front of you. So you need to think with bigger picture for 40 minutes race or 45 IMSA, not only for 1 lap, you know. Okay, now we are going Lesmo 1. Usually I'm not using any markers or rappers on the track. I'm only using for high-speed corner braking like turn 1 Monza, turn 1 Spa, turn 1 Imola. Usually in the infield, I'm not using any brake points or checkpoints, how you call it, markers. But here I have one what I'm using, and I think it will be helpful if I say you. There is grass on the left, but couple patches of the grass are brown, which means that there is not huge amount of grass. It's like little there is no grass, okay? Listen, so you have one patch without grass, and then you have second patch without grass. Here, you see grass, and then no grass. This is my brake, my throttle lift point. You never want to use shadows. I'm not using shadows in my graphic settings because it's waste of PC resources or whatever you call it. You never use shadows on the track because different clouds, different time, different conditions, everything can put shadow on the different place and it can destroy your lap time. I'm using this one here is always the same. Grass will not grow over the night. Okay. So this part here with grass is my point where I lift throttle. Here. Bam. Full lift. High braking. And then smoothly release brakes. The thing with Lesmo is we don't have time to do this with brake and then this. We don't have time for it because after braking zone, corner is just in front of us, like 10 meters. What we are doing, we are killing speed. Wait, I'm gonna draw here. We are killing speed fast and we are not doing this. Bam. We still have little drop. And in the last moment, we are keeping 5% and then we drop last 5%. Because if you don't do this, your car will wash out and you will understeer in Lesmo. And if you understeer in Lesmo, you will need to wait for car to go back to the line. And during this waiting for car after understeer to bring him back on the correct line, you're losing like 2/10, 1.5, 2/10. So you need to brake really hard and then release and then still keep like last percent of brake until the apex. And then we release brake. If you don't do this, if you drop your brake completely here, you will probably not finish here on the curb. You will finish half meter to the left. And if you finish half meter to the left, you will need to wait until car go back from half meter wrong to half meter to the curb, you know? And in this time, it's not like 5 seconds you're waiting, but you're waiting sometimes. And during this waiting, to be able to press throttle, you're losing 1 or 1.5 tenths. So here, before this grass disappear, full lift, full brakes, smoothly release, stay on the 7% brake or whatever it is, go onto the apex, be patient with throttle. You see how much throttle I'm putting, 70%. I'm giving power to the car to go out of the corner, but I'm not giving him 100% because if I give him 100%, we're gonna probably have understeer or snap oversteer. So I'm giving Joe Walla, hello legend. I'm giving him 70% of throttle. Then I'm patient here, 70. And when I see I have good angle of the car, in this moment, corner is finished. It's not corner anymore, it's straight. From this moment, I'm throttling full and opening my steering wheel. So 70% of throttle, patience, good angle, 100% throttle, opening steering wheel. We don't need to stay anymore on steering wheel. If you stay, you will have understeer or oversteer. So in the moment when we are on 70, wait, let me remove this flag. Bald people are the best. Wait, ho, 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 ho. So we have this angle of the steering wheel and 70%. In the moment when we start building throttle from 70 to 100, in the same moment with throttle build, we are opening steering wheel in synchronized, okay? So 70% throttle, this steering wheel, we are starting to apply throttle here. We are opening steering wheel. We don't need to stay on steering wheel because corner is done. Okay, Lesmo 1, full throttle. You want to track wide as much as possible, but you need to be careful because if you touch this gravel here with 1 millimeter, it's off track. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Then we are going back on the track. Straighten the car. Don't go right and then left because it's too much playing with balance. Immediately from here, you go back. Here, we need to use 100% on track. 100% of track. You need to use 100%. If you are not using that much track, you will have understeering corner and you will finish wide into the gravel. And everybody knows what happened if we go into the gravel, we are losing position 100%, maybe even 2 or 3. So here, guys, do not be afraid. You need to use full track. Look this, bam, high braking, patience, hitting the apex, full throttle, bah. Exit, we are tracking out, not too much steering wheel. Let me put normal camera right now. Okay. So this is Lesmo 1, tracking out, going back to the track. Before 50 board, full lift, high braking. Almost the same style of braking like Lesmo 1. Not almost, 100% the same. Just here, we don't need to hold too much brake. We are smooth. We are really smooth. So here, before 50, lifting, high braking. Releasing brake, put car on the good angle. How you put car on the good angle. It's really important where and how we release brake. If we release brake here in this moment completely, we're gonna understeer. Sadom Mini, thank you very much, Bratan. Thank you so much. So it's really important the moment when we release brake. It's not the same if we release brake here and we keep turning into the corner with only steering wheel without brake. It's not the same if we release brake here. It's not the same if we release brake here. You know, if I release complete brake here and I start turning only with mechanical grip of the tires and the car, it will not be good. So braking hard, releasing. Braking hard, releasing, in the last moment, still giving little more brake. It's not mistake, it's on purpose. Because if you release like this, you will not oversteer, you will not understeer, but you will not be fast as you can be if you, in the last moment, keep little more brake, which means like, I cannot explain this on English because English is not my you need to feel it. You need to feel what car is asking from you. So here, guys, we are full aggressive on throttle. Why? Because we have huge straight. Before braking to Ascari, we have a lot straight and going with full throttle. We want to go out of this corner as soon as possible. So we are putting everything on this. Braking hard, putting car on the good angle. If you have good angle, you don't need to worry about exit, about understeer, about oversteer. You, bam, you need to smash throttle here. Look, before I was telling you build throttle 70% and then build last 30% slower. Here, you forget about any build, brother. If you have button for throttle, you need to press button. Bam. Ooh, full throttle, okay? The extra rotation, exactly, schema. So guys, here, cockpit, braking hard, smoothly on release, and in the most important moment, look this. This is the moment when car won't and have tendency to lose the rear. This is the moment. So high speed, high braking, releasing brake. It's natural from car, from high speed braking and turning, and when you release brake, it's natural for you're loading front so hard on the braking, and if we release brake really fast, we are unloading grip from the front, okay? So this is the reason why I hold brake here. You see? Look, brake, release, hold. So this extra couple percents of brake, what I hold, I show you before. This part here is the reason why my rear stay completely stable, not movement, you know? If I did this, I will lose my rear. I will not crash, but I will have little movement, not comfortable, and I will lose time until the Ascari. Okay, let's go. Full throttle. Bam. Open steering wheel as soon as you can, because the earlier you open steering wheel, the more acceleration car will make, because the more steering wheel is like natural brake. The straighter you have your steering wheel, the faster acceleration is. The more you turn, the slower, because if you are going like this with straight tires, car is accelerating. If you are going like this, tires are like natural brake, okay? The more steering wheel, the less acceleration. Let's go, Ascari. Lifting under the board. Billboard, how you call this? Just under the board, we are lifting. See? Full lift. Build brakes. Really, really smooth on brake release. This is the corner where everything is like the most important corner on Monza is Ascari. Marshall, it's really important. I always tell to people, if you ever drive karting in your life, guys, like racing karting or whatever. So listen, you have karting, you have front tire, you have rear tire, okay, on the karting. And karting is turned off. It's chilling on the parking lot, okay? And you start, so nobody is sitting in the karting. Steering wheel is straight. Okay, this is karting. Steering wheel is straight. Karting is turned off and chilling on the parking lot. You come here behind karting and you start pushing it with one finger like this. Like this. Karting is going, moving really fast. If you take this steering wheel, you put like this. So this tire become like this. And this tire become like this. And you lock this steering wheel, because if you don't lock it and you start pushing, steering wheel open alone. If you lock this steering wheel, so nobody is sitting inside. If you lock this steering wheel in this position and you lock tires in this position and you come behind karting and you start pushing with one finger, it's not moving. 2, 3, 1 hand, 2 hands. You will barely be able to push it. I don't know if you ever have chance to do it, guys, but in karting, if you put steering wheel, it's the same with car. The more steering wheel you have, the less acceleration you have. Car is struggling. You know? Car is just struggling. It's the same, brother. Look, I will give you one more example. Give me a second. If you have rain, okay, you have foot, your leg, and your leg looks like this. From the top, okay? Like this. You have fingers or toes, how you call it. Your leg, you know, your leg. This is your leg from when you are watching from bird perspective. And for example, you have a rainy day outside and you start pushing your leg. You want on purpose to slip your leg like this, you know? You put your leg and you want to slip. If you have your leg like this, it will go like easily slip. But if you put your leg like this and you start slipping, there is more surface, foot, exactly, foot. There is more surface and it will be harder to slip. You know what I mean? So it's the same. So difference, look. If you try to slip your leg like this, you're slipping with this amount of surface, 20 centimeter. But if you try to slip like this, you're slipping with 5 centimeter. It's the same. So less steering wheel means faster acceleration, 100% everywhere. Okay. Less resistance, exactly, Silver. This is the best explanation. Not explanation. Explanation. Okay. Ascari, guys. A really important corner. Holy shit. Look. We are lifting under the board. We are braking smoothly. You don't want to brake too hard because, again, you are stressing the fronts. And you don't want to release brake so fast. Why? Because if we are braking, we are loading front tires. But if we release brake too fast, we are unloading front tires too fast. And why we don't want to release too fast? Because we want fronts to keep loaded. So we are braking hard and we are releasing slow. Because with this technique, we are keeping fronts loaded. We don't want to brake and then unload and then steer without any brakes. So car will feel like shit. So here, guys, braking hard, releasing smooth. I'm gonna open paint again. Sorry. Wait. So lift, build the brakes, build, maintain. Try start lift, releasing brake, releasing smoothly, and then in the last moment, like you can see here, I again held 5% of brake, and then I release. If you do this, bam, bam, you will probably stop on the same place like me, and you will be able to make corner. But first thing, you will use a lot more tire. And second thing, you will probably struggle to make corner. You will struggle to catch the car. And if you struggle on Ascari entry, you will also struggle in mid and mid Ascari, exit Ascari. The ones you're struggling on the entry, you will be in problem in the middle and on the exit. So this point, how you put car on the entry of Ascari, will be result how you do all Ascari, and also result how much speed you carry until the braking for the last corner. Nah, Sila, I was the same consistent with my Husing World Ultimate. I was doing like 10 laps in a row in 300-400s. It's insanely nice pedals, insanely good, the best in the world, but if you can be consistent on VRS or Husing World, you will be consistent everywhere. They cannot make you consistent. They can make you feel comfortable and nice and enjoy and everything. And they're the best. But if you're not consistent now, you will also not be consistent with active pedals. This is not you, like generally speaking. So guys, we want to build this brake because we are loading front tires. I lost my focus. We are balanced. We are loading front tires. We are keeping them loaded and then we are unloading them slowly. Releasing slowly means we are unloading tires slowly. The slower you unload the tires, the better grip you will have on entry and everywhere, okay? So this is the point here. Also, really important thing on entry of Ascari. You need to miss first sausage. If you hit this sausage, you are done. Everything is destroyed. So the best possible way to take entry of Ascari is miss first sausage, but you need to be as close as possible to first sausage. You see? I'm almost touching it, but I'm touching it on the start of it, so my car is not feeling anything wrong with balance. So missing the first one, hitting the middle of the second one, bam, middle of the second one, and once you hit middle of the second one, the third one doesn't matter. Why? Because we are flying over it. Third one is nothing. Look, we hit this one, bam, we are flying over it. Look. So tires are in the air. Look, bam, bam, bam. So third one doesn't matter. However you cut it on the start, middle, on the end, doesn't matter because you are almost not touching it. You are flying over it. So the ones you hit the first entry of the Ascari, once you hit this one properly, you're done. you cannot make any more mistake. You put your car properly here. Look. Bam. You hit middle of this one. And then, guys, a really important thing is not to open steering wheel immediately to go to the middle of Ascari. And I saw a lot of people, also my friends, here, going immediately attacking here. It's not good. Here, you want to open little. So you want to stay left, like not middle, but little left. And then you prepare your car for the entry on mid, second apex in the Ascari. In this moment, you want to upshift. Holy shit, unlucky silly. So guys, here we are trying to stay as much as possible to the left, but not too much. If I say stay to the left, that doesn't mean you need to turn to the left. You just need to track out less, because usually when we finish corner, we are tracking out. In this moment, we don't want to track out. We want to stay on left. And then from the left, we are going to the curb. I'm going to show you here. Look, you're touching middle sausage. You're touching second sausage. And in the last moment, here, you're short shifting to fourth gear. Look. Bam. Why? I'm going to explain you now. Guys, can you please don't type about it, because I'm recording YouTube video. We're going to speak after, because I don't want this to be on YouTube video. Guys, just 5 minutes, we are finishing. We are couple corners until the end. So here, hitting middle, staying on the left, hitting curb. In the moment when we hit this middle sausage, we are short shifting to fourth. Why? Because with short shifting to fourth gear, we are giving car little extra rotation. And not only rotation, car will be more stable, because higher gear means lower RPMs and lower possibility to oversteer. So rotation, traction, balance. Triple in one. Short shift to fourth gear in the middle of Ascari is the best move you can make in your life. I'm going to show you, speed it up. Third gear, left, entry, bam. If you stay in third gear, car will be in so high RPMs that this is really high possibility something to happen, because car is really fast on high RPMs, too much horsepower and stuff, and it's just a lot better in fourth gear. Here, guys, after hitting middle of the curb, full throttle, no lift, you want to hit this one just in the middle. For this one, I can tell you something, but I don't recommend. You can put middle of your car in the middle of the curb. You can just do this. So sausage, left tire, right tire, diffuser. You can completely go with middle of the car over the curb. You can gain 0.03 until the braking for the last corner, but this 0.03 is not worth risking your race, because if you hit it 1 millimeter wrong, you are not gaining 0.03, brother. You are plus 1.90. Not 1, brother. You are plus 10, because you will spin, you will touch the wall, and you will have damage. So, guys, I don't recommend hitting the curb with middle of the car. You need to hit it with left tires, like me. Just in the middle with tire. Bam. Full throttle, no lift. And then after you hit, you need to track out as much as possible here. Why? Because we want to use as less as possible steering wheel for acceleration and for tire life. We are coming here so fast. In the middle of the green patch, we are lifting, high braking, smooth release, staying on brake in the last moment for keeping the car tight, and then we are throttling out. Here, lift, brake hard, release brake. When we come close to the apex, you still keep little brake. Again, guys, like in the corners, what I explained before, the most important part of the braking is this. If I drop it here, I will understeer and lose the time on the exit, okay? Keep in mind always the last part of your brake release from this moment to this moment. If you release like this, or this, or this, or this, completely different behavior of the car. You can make car full oversteer, you can make car full understeer, you can lose car, you can be stable. Depends of what input you do in the last moment here. So high braking, keeping car inside, staying little more on the brakes to make fronts more loaded, so we stay inside, we don't wash out. When you put your car on the, if you, for example, if you come here and you start throttling here, you will have understeer. Because the angle of the car is not perfect. Front tires are loaded. If I press throttle too fast, I will unload fronts and I will start going little wide. And if you're going wide, you're losing the time. So here, patience. Put car on the good angle. You see, really good angle. Start throttling out. You can be aggressive first 85% of throttle, but not everything. You see, 85% aggressive. So I give car power to go out, and then the rest build. In throttle, this is the part of throttle. This is 80%, I think. And last 20% is behavior of the car. If you press too high, you will understeer. If you press too slow, obviously you will be a little slower. But if you press immediately like this, you will oversteer. Just a little movement on the rear. And then after you oversteer, you will realize, holy shit, I'm losing the rear. And then you will lose the throttle. And then you will not be comfortable to press it again. You will do this. You're not comfortable. And then you will press full throttle. In this part of the throttle, you are losing 1/10. It's better to be patient and then build, then aggressive, release, and add again, okay? So everything is patience and technique, guys. You can have the best setup in the world. If you're not driving it properly, it will not behave properly. But in the same time, you can have 5 out of 10 setup. So I will not say bad setup. I will not say good. I will say average setup. If you are driving it properly with proper inputs, you will be faster than with the best setup with wrong technique. So it's really easy to be smooth. I mean, it's not easy, but once you realize and understand how to drive, you will say, holy shit, how stupid I am before, bro. This is so easy. Trust me. Now you think probably, holy shit, this is really, really hard to be smooth and precise. But after a couple months, half year or year, when you understand how to do it and realize how to manage your inputs, you will say, brother, this is so easy. How I didn't do before. I swear to God, you will see. Here, guys, you want to, if you are doing qualifying lap, you want to squeeze the car completely close to the pit because you are making track shorter. So you have good exit and then you are going full right because you can gain couple hundreds if you're doing qualifying. But if you are in race, you never want to go here. Why? Because if you are in race and you go here, you are making track shorter. But we have another lap. So we don't want to make track shorter here. Why? Because we want to keep acceleration for the next lap. So you're squeezing car here close to pit only on finish of your qualifying, never in race. In race, you need to stay in the middle, not too much left, not too much right, middle. And this is the track guide for Monza, guys. I hope this helps to somebody, okay? If you like, don't forget to follow me on Twitch. And good luck in your races. Ciao.